Um, energy and motion. Energy and motion. We're manipulated by people who literally dictate how we apply our energy and motion. They apply the direction of that motion. Now that direction is a non-positive place. And you know why I say non-positive? They put nigga in the word negative. Okay, it's a trick, right? Okay, so what was I gonna say? Talk about GOD, the acronym, Goma Azdubar, wisdom, strength, and beauty. The beautiful part of that is it already implies the opposite of wisdom is foolishness, the opposite of beauty is ugliness, the opposite of truth, strength is weakness, okay? So, for you to be weak and ugly and foolish is for you to be a beast and uncalculated. See, don't get me wrong, there's a time and a place, like I said, but an economic foundation will prevent Moors from having to live like dogs backed up in a corner and having to bite. And again, when you have to bite, you're surrounded by other dogs that might bite back or whatever, or you might be surrounded by legal dog catchers, aka police, can kill you legally. So the way to exit that is to invest in more Sean Banks. But the only way that investment can be made is if there's a single specific, overwhelming, motivating force that inspires the energy and motion of Moors all across the world, let alone here in the heart of Babylon, the divided states of the disinherited Moors, because this is our ancestral land, okay? But as long as we continue to accept that legal status of black people, you're gonna get killed, shot in the street like a dog, okay? Now, when we talk about an economy, like for example, the macaroni Jews, imposters, macaroni Jews. I don't need macaroni Jews for fucking shit. I don't need it for a goddamn thing. So that's why I can say whatever the fuck I say, You don't control my voice. It's not 1982. I need to go to some fucking macaroni Jews fucking $2 million studio because, I come from the hood and this is my only opportunity to make it. And the only other form of making it is to go to some indoctrination facility called a college where they teach you how to, and I think, what did Finkelstein say? Rabbi Finkelstein, look him up. What he says about good goyim and thinning out the herd and what type of food you're eating at McDonald's. What type of food, A job is a trick bag. Because for every, grown-ass men using their little falsetto voices. But, what's it called? Yo, watch the Rabbi Finkelstein video. Watch that shit, See, I'm wearing my Saturn hat, you know what I mean? And Saturn has the, what's it called? It has the symbol of carbon. I don't know if it's the South Pole or the North Pole, Saturn is an affirmation that we are the people of life, okay? But Saturn, in its application to life choices, okay? We have a choice, and that's the free will that we have. Now, free will is relatively subordinate to imprisoned subconscious minds, okay? But I'm here to spark something. If you see the show Westworld, Thandie Newton and the little snowflake, he had something inside of them that was like, yo, something's not right. Something's not right. Well, I'm doing these videos so people who, to whatever degree of knowledge they possess, they might more so say, yo, something's really not right. But somebody might initially be like, yo, you know what? That makes sense, yo. This shit is fucked up, yo. And then, but again, is deeper than just acknowledging that something's not right. Because then we have to be proactive and take the proper course of action. Now, the proper course of action is me to make a song called Don't Talk About It, Be About It. That's the proper course of action, okay? And to sing from my heart, to go outside with some ganja, and I'm talking about, like, I'm gonna be looking at the sun for a good 45 minutes straight. Me and the sun, look, hey, the sun got some splendor to do, okay? You know? And I'm gonna be listening. My eyes will be wide open, but you see how I said my eyes will be wide open, you know? But I'm getting a message through my eyes. But I pointed to my ears, like it's deeper than like, our melanin is so much deeper than these five senses. And this material realm is so much deeper than that. Like, we are literally the avatars of the recesses of space that they can't even comprehend. 95 to 97% of space they call dark matter. We are the embodiment we are the avatars of dark matter. However, we are imprisoned in our subconscious minds by a bunch of sodomites at the Gay Sonic Lodge who have literally been indoctrinating us from a fetal state based on just the bullshit food that our mothers eat because they don't know any better. Because there's no more standing on their square owning the distribution, mechanisms of properly feeding the people with food that will properly nourish them, which will segue to them being able to go receive that sunlight, because they already received sunlight when they ate the right food, Like, nobody eating pork chops all day is gonna be like, yo, let me go, I'm gonna go sun gaze for like 20 minutes. Come on, man. It doesn't work. It doesn't add up, So it's like I said, somebody, an anorexic person that weighs 600 pounds, there's no such thing, okay? So there's no such thing as somebody who eats pork chops all day, but then they feel they want to be divine and go sun gaze for 20 minutes, okay? So, in terms of, let me make sure I don't go over 20 minutes this time. In terms of, hashtag 100,000 Sephardic children. They went straight for their children. Oh man, And they got the X-ray machines from the United States, They like Shaq and Kobe in terms of top flight terrorists of the world, Craig. And I think it's estimated 95% of all the terrorist attacks in this country, or all over the world, are orchestrated by either Mossad or the CIA, okay? So it's like, the irony is, the war on terror, yeah, I am actually conducting the war on terror right now. The war on the Mossad and the war on the CIA, aka the war on the Knights of Malta, aka, and to whom are they subordinate? To the Vatican, aka the Jesuits, okay? That's why we have our first Jesuit Pope, because they know what time it is. The line of Jehudi is here now, And the thing about the line of Jehudi is calculated, The source of this insistence of calculation is Jehudi. The source of the reception of Jehudi is the sunlight. In addition to proper diet also. Proper diet. And, and also a thought diet too, You think of thoughts, you're thinking anti-thoughts, Like, I'm in a positive place right now. I'm not saying anything negative about anybody,
Mayor, attention please. Agent Barbara Callahan. Barbara Callahan. Face out 1580 on an airport courtesy telephone.
All right, so look. Let me see. Now, for the record, anti-Semitic is when Israeli let me see, what are they called? Israeli Air Force. You see their little radar or whatever, and then they specifically target like a little 3-year-old child. That's anti-Semitic. But there used to be an anti-Semitic towards 3-year-old children, and they were killing 3-year-old children, Sephardic children, back less than 2 years after the foundation of Is It Real? No, it's not real. It's fake as fuck with a bunch of macaroni and pasta Jews. Word to their sodomite march that said over 350,000 sodomites is marching down the street. Because I thought it said that, what was it? Leviticus said something about sodomites? A man's not to lay with another man, So of course the synagogue of Satan resides there right now. Of course they do, okay? orchestrated by another singer of Satan called Pedophile City. You know, Pope Mango, he wears a yarmulke too. You know, is it real or is it fake? It's fake as fuck. Just like his desire to help anybody become a better person. Their exclusive function is to make everyone worse. Why? To justify the fact that they are as bad as it gets. They at least know they're as bad as it gets. I give that to them. They're slick enough to manipulate you through your subconscious so you can be as bad as you can get, you know? But again, hell and destruction has no end. It's like the sea. You see its beginning, you don't see its end. Same for love. So my function is so you can see the beginning of love, but not even see its end, because it has no end, you know? And with respect to a thirsty snowflake who's come to the awareness that maybe she wants descendants to participate in like the 22nd century, let alone in that so-called, because it's all according to the Gregorian calendar, which again shows time and space. Who's narrating the notion of time and space? Gregorian. That's from Rome, you know. So Rome is telling you what the calendar is, you know. You know. Like you could say 2017 AFC after fictional character, but or you could say talk about dynasties in Kama'at, you know, 4,000, 20,000 years before the fictional character, you know. But I say fictional character as loosely as possible, knowing that there's a verse in the New Testament where that fictional character says something very real. He said, "He who believeth in me can do the acts that I do and greater." Okay. Now it's funny because Pastor Porkchop tells you every Sunday just to bow down to this guy. Even though your kids are getting shot dead in the streets every week, it's good, you're gonna go to heaven. I think that's Ephesians chapter 5, verse 6, something like that. Somewhere in that neighborhood which says, "Obey your master, you know, you'll go to heaven eventually." Some bullshit like that. I don't know if heaven was in the Old Testament, but it said just obey your master, some dumb shit like that. But what's it called? Melanin, you jump around. Because melanin, see, that's the thing about melanin. Melanin is not bound to this third and fourth dimension. It's everywhere. It's everywhere, it's everything. Oh, but yeah, back to Snowflake. Yeah, she might, I mean, the thing is, the more Amor knows that he's Amor, the more he'll know that he wants his children to be as Moorish as he is. Which by default would imply that they need to come from a Stargate, just like he did. But nonetheless, there was like a sandglass for Snowflake's opportunity to have children that don't get sunburns. That window is closing before, like, they'll literally like pay $1 million for sperm from a nigga with Down syndrome. You know what I'm saying? Not literally, it would be a better genetic alternative than to have these little pasty children on death row. You know? So what was I gonna say? I was going to say order of operations. I have to be this song, don't talk about it, be about it. 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 And the beauty of that is that there's a video of what's his name? The previous Federal Reserve dude, Alan Greenspan. He said, well, actually, the Federal Reserve Bank, it's not controlled by any government institution. No, but the thing is that, you know, Rothschild didn't want to, you know, make that money available to these Moorish banks. Then, you know, all of a sudden, lots of rednecks with lots of guns. They might start asking questions about why do these Jews control all our banks, you know? You know? But again,
May I attention, please? Her name is Cindy Fox. Cindy Fox. Please meet your party at baggage carousel 22 in Terminal 3.
Now, here's the good thing about rednecks. In the next 20 years, wherever they live now, if they were there, they would be a dead neck. Because it's only a point where your neck can get so red before you just fucking die of skin cancer, okay? Now, that being said, public service announcement to all rednecks. I have no interest in your pasty daughter. No disrespect. I guess I did disrespect you. But I mean, just you prejudge me that I'm Toby and I actually do have interest in Neanderthal twat. Far from that. But in terms of the bigger thing, you know, I mean, if you want, your daughter can fuck some really dark Indian, and it can still have really straight hair, can still have a little skinny nose, but it won't get skin cancer when it's 108 degrees outside. So I'm just food for thought or whatever. But let's talk about our common enemy. They're called the synagogue of Satan. They're these Jews that get blowjobs from their fucking rabbi, like when they're 4 days old. Yeah. It's so funny because I bet you if some pastor pork chop decided he needed to give blowjobs to little 4-year-old children, it would be like an FBI raid. You know what I'm saying? But fuck it. They shackle you with shekels, you know? FBI needs funding. Police departments need funding. XYZ institutions need funding. You need to go to X, Y, and Z Jew banks to get funding, so fuck it. They fall back, you know? And if they try to say anything, fucking ADL, bullshit like that. Fuck the ADL. ADL, fucking talk about how Rothschild financed Hitler. Fuck you, ADL. Fuck the ADL. Talk about how Rothschild financed Hitler. Oh, exactly. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up! Okay. Alright? Okay, perfect. We're on the same page. Now let's talk about this. I'm almost out of time. We're going to talk about how my destiny is to make Aset realize that the word asset is named after her. Because she's the highest asset in the game. And here's the thing about chess. The queen is the most valuable piece on the board. Okay? Now, you know, the beauty of attraction is people want what they can't have. People want what they can't have. Yeah. So people want what they can't have. Oh my God. Just these dudes, they wear dresses, try to talk in their little falsetto voice. Like, I don't notice their fucking LeBron James shoulders and shit. But look, here's the point. They shackle you with shekels. Okay? But they can't do anything without us. Okay? Shut this shit down in like less than 2 weeks. I'm not talking about going into the fucking Capitol, going to the courthouse with AKs. Are you kidding? Dude. The AK is the Federal Reserve note. That's the primary weapon. Okay? Like, you only need a small window of building up farms and establishing Al-Kebalan so it's self-sufficient so that they can, you know, gain their own resources without any help from the International Monetary Fund or World Bank, etc. So the next step is for me to literally, I'm about to get on a flight to go back to the District of Criminals, and then I will proceed to go on FL Studio and proceed to make this beat for Don't Talk About It, Be About It, okay? I'm going to make sure it's got enough swag with my limited sound library, and I might actually have to do the percussion on FL Studio, then go load the percussion into the Motif XF, and then just do all the melodies and stuff from there. I might do that. I might actually have to do that. But look, I can't talk about it. I got to be about it. But right now, all I'm being about is waiting for an airplane. So I got plenty of time to talk about what I'm going to be about. Let me see. Yeah, I got like a minute left. I'm going to make that song. And, oh yeah, let me tell you about my sister's dog, Mowgli. There were 2 pieces that he destroyed on his chessboard. He ravaged them. One was the Black Bishop. One was the Pale Queen. Out of all the pieces on that board, he decided that those should be his true toys. Okay? Okay? Now, I take that message in a double-edged sword type of way. Because I was at the pool, my sister's little swimming complex, and I heard the snowflake. She was like, "Girl, bye." And I'm just like, I had a few drinks with my sister. So I was like, fuck it. And I went up to her, I was like, "You just said girl, bye." I was like, "Say it again." She got all shy and shit. Knowing that, hey look, Paul Mooney said it best. Everybody want to be a nigga. Nobody want to be a nigga. I'm going to stop on that one. I'm going to do another one.